Hi, wrestling fans. Thanks for clicking the Dreaded Rose Report. All right, let's get started with some more news. WWE posted a follow-up update, whatever you want to call it, of Vince's recent hip surgery. It says, Mr. McMahon is currently recovering at home. Members of the McMahon family refuses the comment, but speculation from Mr. McMahon's medical team indicates that things went well for, now we're just waiting for his recovery time. I like that. They refused the comment. I'm not going to talk about his hip replacement. Anyway, there's also, if you try and find it, there's a graphic photo, it says, of his hip being replaced. But I looked at it and I couldn't figure out heads or tails of it. But that's what it's supposed to be. And it's in black and white, so can't see any blood. I don't see it. They probably edited that out because they know we can't take blood anymore. So, oh, and as noted before, earlier I was telling you about the NXT tryouts in Florida. They were described as extremely physical and very grueling. Besides the names already mentioned, there was other participants that included WWE star, remember Sean Gavin Spears? And had TNA star Jesse Neal there, and independent wrestler Nathan Banner, and former NFL player Lorenzo Hood. So, I'm not sure. There's going to be another, like I said, 2 to 4 weeks before they even vote on who can handle it. And who. I'm pretty sure Jesse Neal will probably be there, but we'll find out. And PWI Insider adds that there were a lot of novice athletes there as well, and one had contacted WWE with interest in getting signed and trained, and a good number of those guys were weeded out over the weekend. Now, to let you know, my son, he went down to Brian. He went down to OVW Wrestling a few years ago, to train. And one of the main things, Nick Dinsmore is the main trainer. That was his trainer, or Eugene, whatever you want to call him. Anyway, you had to run the ropes, to get your stamina and endurance and things like that. And most of the times, there'd be guys running back and forth, one side of the rope to the other, springing off of it. And usually when you spring off, you got to do a flip. One guy made it 4 times back and forth and then just threw up. I guess Nick got a kick out of it. Rip Rogers is I think... Nick has been on the road, I think, but Rip Rogers is one of the main guys down there now, doing some training. And in a strange move, this is kind of weird now, WWE added Jeff Hardy to their alumni roster on Thursday. They promoted the profile even on Facebook and posted, had the post a flood of fans commenting about Hardy's return to WWE. But as I'll tell you later, I got an update on Jeff. Brock Lesnar, he's been added to the March 18th Raw from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and this is going to be his 11th anniversary, by the way, with WWE TV. He first debuted on Raw back in March of 18th, 2002. He's an old-timer. And the topic of holding WrestleMania 30 at either Madison Square Garden or a large stadium like the Superdome in New Orleans has been a hot topic this week. Ross weighed in on the Twitter. He says, the money's lost in having a WrestleMania in an area, or rather in an arena, versus a stadium is astonishing. He said literally millions of dollars. He said, I stick with stadiums. Of course, Madison Square Garden, hang on, I'm doing a transfer. I transfer home movies. I still do the video store stuff, but I can do it here in the office. Anyway, transferring some home movies for somebody. Anyway, the Madison Square Garden would be great to be home, for the big anniversary, but it just don't hold enough, not near enough people, and so anyway, that's why they want to get some sort of a huge dome, maybe with 75,000 to all the way up to 100,000, which they've been looking at even over in Europe. There's some 100,000 seat domes over there. But the time is, when they show it live and get here, hell, it's in the middle of the night, I think. Chris Jericho, he's scheduled to wrestle an Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, but not having a match been announced yet. Jericho has been added to the SmackDown taping leading up into WrestleMania. So apparently he may end up just wrestling himself. And it'll probably be a pretty good match. He's a good wrestler. A documentary on Bruno Sammartino's life almost completed, and around 5 or 6 outlets have shown interest, including HBO and CBS. The movie on his life has not been filmed, but scripts have been completed. Former WWE writer and Liar Liar, the movie, writer Paul Gray did the script, and 2 studios have shown interest in it. Also, WWE talked about producing the movie under the WWE studio, but that's been very preliminary talks, and WWE Studios needs to leave their hands off of it. They just don't do good with things. Sorry. Hey, WWE taped following matches for tonight's SmackDown is Kingston taking on Rhodes, O'Neal taking on Khali for some unknown reason, Show taking on Kane, McIntyre taking on Tensai, Kara taking on Cesaro, and Orton taking on Henry. Cody Rhodes revealed that he's going to be reuniting with Damien Sandow over the weekend at WWE live events in Missouri. So they're going to be facing, of all things, the New Age Outlaws. He tweeted Thursday, said, after all this time and a great deal of after talking about it, it's official. Team Rhodes Scholars are reuniting for 3 select engagements on the 8th, 9th, and 10th. The Scholars reunion tour. They just broke up last week, and now they already have a reunion tour. I just think it's just wonderful. I don't know if I can make it here. Let me see. Anyway, New Age Outlaws is who they're going to be competing against, I guess, at all 3 events. And Naomi tweeted the following about her much talked about performance with Cameron on Wednesday's episode of the main event. Said, I felt great tagging with my partner Cameron on the main event. As for Tamina and Oksana, there's more where that came from. So you're hiding something, huh? Mark Henry's going to be working the SmackDown brand from here on. And he's been added to all the SmackDown TV tapings and live events through WrestleMania 29. And Austin Aries and Bobby Roode. I changed the channel on you, didn't I? They defeated Hernandez and Chavo Guerrero on last night's Impact Wrestling to become the TNA Tag Team Champions. And as noted earlier, TNA has re-signed Jeff Hardy to a deal. They later reported that he signed for another 2 years. So that was nice. Maybe WWE's not so picky anymore about things. And Batista is currently in the Superstar Spotlight on WWE website. And the Shield's Seth Rollins, he tweeted the following about their match against Ryback, Sheamus, and Cena at the Elimination Chamber. It says, in 10 days is the future. This time to take is ours to restore order and cleanse your system. I believe in the Shield. I have no idea what the hell they're talking about. But Mick Foley says Bob Barker should be inducted into WWE Celebrity Hall of Fame in that wing this year. He said, I'll be biased, but I think it's shaping up to be one of the strongest Hall of Fame classes ever. I think we just need Bob Barker in the celebrity wing, and the 2013 class is set. I would have no problem at all being inducted first, second, third, or anywhere else I'm asked to, at the Hall of Fame, no matter where he comes in at. Hey, Big Show, believe it or not, turns 41. And today is Jim Neidhart's birthday, 58 years old, and today would have been the birthday of Classy Freddie Blassie. Would have been 95. And on this day, which is also, we lost sensational Sherry Martel. She would have been 55 years old. And Drew McIntyre says 3MB is looking for opening acts for their first gig. How about a dog and pony show? Calling in an unsigned rock band with an attitude, we want support to tear it up at the 3MB's first official gig. Post your best and pray. I don't know what that means. 2013 Hall of Famer Mick Foley's, he's going to be appearing at Salem Sox minor league baseball game June 14th in Salem, Virginia. And Dixie Carter. She says she's going to be appearing at the Bellator MMA tonight on Spike TV, and reveals that Jeff Hardy signed a new long-term contract with TNA. She also announced several new dates for Impact Wrestling that's going to be on the road, so please make a note of this. March 28th, Jonesboro, Arkansas. April Fool's Day, Corpus Christi, Texas, and June 6th, Duluth, Georgia. And WWE is going to be reporting their 2012 fourth quarter earnings this Thursday, February 28th. Wade Barrett, he's scheduled to make an appearance at the Motor Trend International Auto Show at the Baltimore Convention Center tomorrow night from 7 to 9 o'clock if you're around that area. And TMZ picked up the story of CM Punk offering a 77-year-old robbery victim ringside seats and backstage passes to an upcoming Raw live event in Syracuse. Punk took the top position in this week's... what the deal was on that, the guy got robbed, and I forget of how much money, but he was more upset of Punk losing the title. And Punk got the story and ran with it. Anyway, CM Punk took the top position in this week's ESPN WWE Power Ratings. Brock Lesnar, Del Rio, Mark Henry, Chris Jericho rounded out the top 5. Now, what they mean by power, I really have no idea what the sort of power he's got anywhere else other than wrestling. None I know of. TNA President Dixie Carter, she reveals that she's going to be making another major announcement on Spike TV. However, it will take place on Bellator MMA, which follows Impact Wrestling. She tweeted, headed to Atlanta to be on Bellator tonight, and Spike TV 10 p.m. I got some cool Impact talent and King Mo news to share. She's always messed with us, never telling us anything. We have to tune in. I get so excited. Hey, the hint suggests that Carter will announce when King Mo is going to be returning to TNA. It's speculation. Mo was introduced October into the billing of ringside enforcer for Storms versus Rude at Bound for Glory. And as noted before, February 4th, Raw did a 3.54 rating with about 4,800,000 viewers. So this is kind of neat. Listen to the breakdown on this. I don't understand part of it, but the show opened huge with 3.8 quarter rating with Punk's promo. Well, anyway, Ryback and Cesaro lost 526,000 viewers. I thought Ryback was a hell of a draw, and Cesaro's good. I thought it was a good match, but anyway, they lost viewers. Rey Mysterio's promo with the Shield, along with Trish Stratus' Hall of Fame, gained 373,000, which didn't get back up all the way, but Santino versus Jack Swagger lost 300,000 viewers. Rhodes versus Del Rio, and then Big Show Del Rio interview segment gained 243,000. Viewership for that quarter rating was 3.64. I don't understand a lot of this. I don't know how they know people take off. Anyway, Mysterio versus Bryant lost 93,000. I thought people were in love with Mysterio. At least maybe they could have lost more than that if it wasn't for Mysterio. Kane and Bryant arguing, plus a Big Show segment in the hotel room, lost 87,000. We kind of knew what was going on. Of course, I thought Del Rio was going to be under the cart when that cart came in, but I was wrong. Once this year so far. Hey, Kane versus Sheamus lost another 167,000 viewers. Anyway, men's TV segment with Paul Heyman, Brock Lesnar gained 600,000 viewers. At the 10 p.m. mark for a 3.82 rating. That's the the high point of the show. Wade Barrett taking on Randy Orton lost more than that. 683,000 viewers. Orton's went down on that ladder some, I guess. Chris Jericho versus Punk gained 137,000. Bruno Sammartino's Hall of Fame gained 34,000. Big Show and Del Rio's Brawl, plus Brad Maddox's promo and the brawl with the Shield, Ryback, Cena, and Sheamus gained 255,000 viewers for an overrun of 3.63 rating. A weak gain for that overrun, though. But I can't get over the losses that goes on there. It seems like they've lost the whole, just an awful lot of people and never got them back from their main event type shows, the main people there. I don't know. Something's up. Thanks for clicking, you guys. I gotta go.